The next speaker is Davul Ljuhar from the company Braincon. And I also know Davul since many years. Davul is an engineer by training. He is an entrepreneur and founder and the CEO of Braincon Technologies. And amongst numerous inventions in the medtech field, in the musculoskeletal diagnostic field, he has also developed a fully automated hydrogen peroxide microaerosol-based room and surface decontamination system of the name DCX. And we are really interested to see what can be done with this technology. Davul, please.
Distinguished Dr. Kirnburger, dear distinguished. Did you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but I cannot see you. I see the slide, I can hear you, but I don't see your face.
Just 1 second, please.
No problem at all.
Picture yeah. So we are, okay. It is that our system, we can handle it immediately. Yeah.
It will be done in a second, so don't worry. And at least we can see your introduction slide. And yes. That's already good, and we can hear you.
Yeah. Otherwise. Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, I will start without having.
It's not a problem, Davul. Just go ahead with your presentation.
Yes. Dear Bernhard, thank you very much. And dear distinguished Professor Pitte and distinguished attendees of this virtual presentation of Semmelweis Digital. It is my pleasure and honor to present our company's activities and our research objectives. My name is Davul Ljuhar, and I am the General Manager of Braincon Technologies, an Austrian company based in Vienna for almost 30 years. Our dedication to hygiene is based on our company's philosophy. And we believe in general that the approach protect to prevent or prevent to protect is definitely the right one. The old Roman Cicero expressed his very important sentence: if you want peace, prepare for war. Si vis pacem para bellum. In case of hygiene, that sentence is very much important, and there is no doubt it fits completely, and is one of the pillars of our corporate philosophy. In previous lections, we heard a lot about Corona and combating Corona. I will use the opportunity to talk general about nosocomial infection and inactivation about it. Briefly about our company history. We have started in 2005 to develop equipment for disinfection of rooms and surfaces. In that time, we have learned that airborne is definitely a transmission way for infection. And today, more than before, we hear that even Corona is a very widespread through airborne. Our enemy, which has to be combated, were typical germs like Staphylococcus aureus, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, Candida albicans, Acinetobacter, Clostridium difficile, ESBL, etc., etc. And based on our research outcome, we have recognized that droplet size seems to be most important when you treat rooms and surfaces. If you have too big droplet size, you generate so-called umbrella effect. On this picture, this slide, you see the distribution of our droplet size, and the majority of the droplets are less than 1 micron. On the left side of the image, you see the principle of the technology which has been patented in different countries. Our focus was definitely completely focused on production of these small particles. Once we have achieved decontamination through the usage of dry and cold vaporized hydrogen peroxide, we have started to optimize the workflow. Of course, there are several parameters which has to be considered, like relative humidity, concentration of H2O in ppm, timing, and so on. We have seen that, for example, recently, to decontaminate FFP2 mask and 3, we use it in Graz, is different workflow necessary as to deactivate the germs in a hospital like ICU room or so on. In parallel to our research, we have tried to continue to develop our products, to certify and to establish production. Of course, just short overview, based on since 2005 and today, we have developed several sizes of product, but always the same technology. It means the production of dry and cold steam is produced by any of these products. Additionally to the product development, we also have optimized and developed liquids for different purposes, like hospitals or the food or parasites as insects or bed bags, fungi and mold and so on. All those units are very similar, different in size, very low energy consumption, mobile, and there are some details here you can see. All of those units are used in different area of application, like disinfection of food. I will come back to that again. Hospitals and ambulances. Of course, to inactivate bed bugs, that is a really high demand. And I'm very proud and happy to say that we have succeeded, we have achieved. Even Professor Petier, he has seen our results 2 years ago. We have been awarded by WHO. I'm proud of that. And of course, the last, but in the future, definitely not the last point was to inactivate mold and fungus. Very, very delicate and very complicated process. But we have succeeded. We are really proud to say, yes, we can do it. Yeah. Here you see some fields of application. And especially I would point out this picture with chicken breeding farm. We have started for many years, exactly around 8 years, and with some institute in Graz. And finally, we are proud to explain that they hardly need antibiotics since 7 or 8 years. We could manage that to reduce dramatically or even to reduce, not to use any more antibiotics since 7 or 8 years. The projects in elderly homes and hospitals and, for example, trains, which are very much touched by different infection, or ambulances, like you see it here, our target customer. I would say very happy having our system in use. By the way, the regulation bodies have checked for standard to define which standard must be fulfilled once you use equipment and liquid for that purpose to decontaminate or disinfect germs. And last year, in July, EN 17272 was introduced as a standard for the future. I'm very proud to say that we have achieved all necessary specification, and we deliver proof that the dry and small particles of hydrogen peroxide are very and much more effective concerning inactivation of germs compared to the wet droplets. We have tested even 24 hours blowing into the room our dry and steam, and even after 24 hours there was no any concentration in the room, but the results are very significant. You see here Staphylococcus aureus 4.7 by 10 or 10 high 8, or Pseudomonas aeruginosa 8.2 by 10 or 8. Compared to wet droplets, it means higher relative humidity. These results are much, much better. These are just a certificate from the institute which has been done this test here in close to Salzburg. Now, please let me show you some results, typical results. Treatment with our system in a hospital. We have been asked by a hospital in Enzing or Upper Austria to show if that's possible to do disinfection within 3 hours. It means after 4 hours the room has to be again ready to be used by a new patient. And for that purpose we use our standard system, and we use also bioindicator Geobacillus stereothermophilus, place that on table, bathroom, and beside bed and so on. And after 3 hours, you see here the results. All bioindicator has shown log 6. Only in wardrobe we have had log 5, and wardrobe is even inside measured. So we were very proud, and the assessment of this bioindicator has been done by Labor Mustafa, that is a very well-known laboratory in Vienna, and just to make sure that external people are doing this assessment. On the diagram up in the right side of the slide, you see that the concentration was after 1 hour achieved, and it was constant for the next 2 hours, approximately 70 ppm, and the humidity remained constant by constant temperature, and we have had around 3 liter usage of liquid for that purpose. Parallel to our team, a hygiene team of the hospital and Kepler University exposed their own petri dishes and took sample for contact test, just to make sure we are doing the right job. Here you see on the next pages what was happening. We definitely, indeed, have completely inactivated all those germs, 100%. That was a very interesting result, showing us that this technology is really usable. Beside all remarks that people don't trust that hydrogen peroxide could be so effective, probably because they have previous experience from previous systems. That what we here propose, that is completely new technology and is different to former systems. In the past, we also spent a lot of time working with different institutions, medical university, vet medicine, AGES, and we made a test. We have tried to figure out could we inactivate non-developed viruses like norovirus? And the results were more than enough. Even we have tested Clostridium difficile ribotid 27 with very, very good results. So the system is approved, I would say, by hospitals and different laboratories. Nevertheless, we have started very, very fruitful cooperation. The German institution that is Hochschule Westfalen-Lippe, University of Applied Science, and that is Professor Becker. Our goal was to check how can we treat fruits and vegetables with not having influence to change color or taste. Does it work? Can we reduce the loads of noroviruses, rotaviruses, and so on? And the results were very good. We are still working together and continue to develop new methods, which means these methods are a combination of different approaches. Yes, you see here images of those fruits which has been tested, and as I said, we just continue. I hope end of this year we will provide next results. Yes, if you would like to reduce nosocomial infection, to reduce cost, to increase safety and security for patient and medical employees, please consider treatment with such technology seriously. Regardless if we talk about coronaviruses or infection disease or multi-resistant germ, I believe that is the good possibility to get a system which helps to reduce combat nosocomial infection and reduce cost in any case. Thank you very much for your attention. I'm ready to answer any question if you have. Thanks.
Well, Davul, thank you very much. Being an organic chemist by training back then, I know that there is a very, very strong scientific rationale by using hydrogen peroxide for combating pathogens, and you've done extremely well with this microaerosol approach. Unfortunately, our time is already advanced. Let me just ask one question. I could imagine that people would want to try it out or to cooperate with you. Are you open to scientific cooperations with other hospitals or clinical centers to further investigate your technology?
Yes, definitely, Bernhard. I would appreciate it very much. And the time, as you said, is very short. We have some other projects ongoing, but we are strongly interested to continue to cooperate in research and development.
Okay, that sounds encouraging. So whenever somebody is interested in this technology, please contact Davul directly or let us know at the Semmelweis Foundation. We can easily put you in contact. The next topic is the break. So